Hey, so I just wanted to go ahead and do like a quick review of the chainsaw, depending on your, cutting firewood needs and whatnot. So initially, just because of cost purposes, I bought this Ryobi, gas powered, not electric. I go through way too much wood up here in Alaska to be buying an electric chainsaw, and I went with it for the cost value. But after having it for about a year, I really regret not just like sucking it up and going with the STIHL. This thing, I put about 30 cords through, but God, does it take a long time to cut through wood. It's got a 30cc engine in it. The only good thing I could really say about it is that it's lightweight, so my wife really likes to use it, and it's easy to start. I gotta say, compared to the two, this Ryobi in the winter when it snows out and it's like -10, this thing will start right up. If I'm gonna go clear just like some brush and whatnot, I'll probably just start this up, go clear it out, whatnot. Or if the wife wants to use the chainsaw, I'll let her run with this one. That being said, I probably wouldn't buy it again. It was good to have in the beginning when I first started my firewood business, but since then, I really regret not picking up the STIHL. So let's go ahead and talk about the STIHL real quick. So this is the Farm Boss. It's got the 20-inch bar. Preferably, I would have liked the 18, but they didn't have any 18 in stock, and I was just tired of that Ryobi. As you can see behind me, these blue tarps back here both have about 3.5 cords sitting underneath them. So I got 7 cords to process here, and I got another 6 on the way. I run a little firewood bundle business up here in Alaska. And if I just wanted to go over a few things, if you're thinking about buying one of these STIHLs, it's totally worth it. At first I was like, meh, fuck it, I'm not gonna go ahead and drop 600 bones for a chainsaw. But fuck, man, dude, I wish I didn't wait a year to do this. So it's the Farm Boss, the 271. It's a 50cc engine, 50.2 or whatever. It's about 13 pounds, so it's double the weight of that Ryobi. I don't mind. You can definitely tell if you're chainsawing for 6 hours straight, your arms will start to feel it. But man, this thing cuts through firewood like butter. Something else that I like about this is that for some reason the oil doesn't burn as much as it did with that Ryobi. So you should fill up your bar oil every time you fill up gas. But what I'm noticing is when I run out of gas, I still have a quarter tank of oil left. I still top it out every time, but it's nice to see that it's lasting the whole entire gas can versus that Ryobi would be dry. So it would be running on dry oil for I don't know how long. If I had to complain about one thing, this thing is a bitch to start. Once it's warm, once it's going, it's super easy. So if you live in a warm climate, no problem. But I live up here in Alaska, and when it's snow down -10, man, this thing this thing definitely gave me some struggles a couple times. I always got it going. If you flood it, just step away for 5-10 minutes. Don't throw it against the ground pissed off. But now this thing runs great. As you can see, I'm gonna go ahead and record myself with these 7 cords I got right now. Maybe I get the other 3 or 6 either tomorrow or Wednesday. Wood guys in Alaska. But yeah, this thing runs for about a little over half an hour to 40 minutes straight with full tank of gas. Safety features just like anywhere else. Super easy to go ahead, and all we need to do is tighten up your chain just like any other chainsaw. I'm not really going to run through on how to use the chainsaw, or I guess I could. It's great. I'm going to loosen these 2 bolts, right, to tighten up your chain here. but you always want a little bit of play in it, whether you can see it or not. Right here. Yeah. Right, that's about enough play in it. So I'm gonna go ahead and tighten it back up. I just bought one just for convenience sake. You don't need a guide on these. It's pretty easy to sharpen them without the guide, but you can pick up like a 3-pack for like $9 and the guide for like 15, and then just cycle out you know, your sharpener as it gets dull. But yeah, you know, always have safety glasses. This thing's loud as fuck, so I always use, as you should, ear protection. You should have bibs. I don't have them. Been through like 35 chords with that Ryobi, and maybe like 10 chords through the STIHL. Nah, I wouldn't say 10 chords. I think I've put in probably, no, I've said, yeah, no, about 10 chords. So I wanted to wait to do this review. I didn't want to like buy it and be like, oh, I just got this, let me fucking review this thing. But no, I've put through like 10 chords through this, and we'll probably go through, gosh, at least another 40 chords before the end of the summer. But so far 10 chords, you can see it's gotten some love. I would buy it again, 100%. $600, totally, in my case, totally worth it. But if you're only going through like fucking 3 chords a year, just pick up like one of those Ryobi ones. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and bump some music on this, put it into fast track. You might see my chickens or my ducks running around, and yeah, we're just gonna bang out these fucking 7 chords, and more power to you. If you like the page, if you like, want to see some more Alaska shit, farm shit, go ahead and hit that subscription button. Anyways, thanks again. Oh, if you want to know how to sharpen it, these blades are really good at having an angle. Like, it'll show you right on here. Let's see here if I can. Okay. Let's see where you have blade. All right. So if you could see on there, it shows where the angle is of how you sharpen this thing. But yeah, so I like to sharpen it probably every time I fill gas, or every other time I fill gas. The blade will tell you. You'll be able to tell. Like, you'll either cut through it like butter, or it'll just like start to grind on the wood. And yeah, otherwise, it took me less than 5 minutes to sharpen that. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start this up. And so all you want to do is make sure the safety's off, right? You push down the trigger, go all the way down to choke first. Pull it a few times, and you'll be able to hear when that engine like spins and wants to kick off, and then we'll put it back to run. So I always do it on the floor, make sure the blade's clear, right? The blade's not touching the floor. Put your knee on the safety, right, to push that down. Keep your weight pushing this down, right? Left hand here, right hand here, or whatever. If you're left-handed, fucking pull it with your left hand. So you hear that, like that third one, like it wanted to start, but it didn't. So that just like warmed the engine up. I'm gonna put it back to run. There you go. So idle. Now that she's warm, that was pretty easy to start, but I've started it probably 100+ times. There you go. first thing I do here, I just stage a bunch of the wood, so that way, instead of having the chainsaw running, I just have it ready to go. And then I find any of the loose stragglers of the pile that are, you know, hanging off at the size of the firewood I want, and I cut them instead of moving them. And then I'll kill the chainsaw, stage a bunch of wood again. As you can see, you know, you always want it leaning over another one, right? So that way as you cut, it falls and your wood doesn't pinch against each other and pinch the blade in there, because it's always a bitch to get unstuck. Yeah, just pay attention where your saw blade's going. Don't cut yourself. And yeah. Alright, see, solid run time of 30 minutes. Probably got, I don't know, maybe half cord. I know it doesn't look like it, but there's a lot of fucking like little pieces all cut up in there. If that was the Ryobi, I probably would have had to fuel up twice. Yeah, so do water break, smoke break, fill it up, and hit the next of it. The old saying, work harder, not smarter. I swear, if I have to explain sarcasm. Alright, so we're just gonna cut them how the logs fell. So instead of me sitting here and moving all the logs, right, I'm just gonna sit here, and as they fell off the truck, as they slid, you can see I'm just gonna knock them all out, and then I'm gonna do the other side. And then after I get both sides, there should only be like 4 feet of each log to move, making it way easier on my back. So, yep. Last 2 days, so I didn't record, but yeah, no, we got like a lot of this pile done, so I just thought I'd go ahead and record now that it's not raining no more. So, yep.